James make it very clear, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. His mind is very wavery. It's up and it's down. It's very negative. One day you have a positive mind, and the next day you have a negative mind. And if you go back and look at verse number 7, it lets us know that a double-minded man will never receive the wisdom of God. He cannot receive nothing from God with a double mind. And if you push it back another verse or two to the 4th or the 5th verse, somewhere down in that line, with a man with a double mind, it is unwavering. Faith won't even operate for you if you have a double mind. If you're unstable, you don't have no stability in your faith. You don't have stability in God. If your mind don't have any stability, you become double-minded. You become wayward-minded. You up and then you're down. Have you ever noticed that? You had a conversation with a person and they say, well, I'll be so glad when I get married. They'll talk like that today, and then tomorrow you see him, or next week they will, no, I don't want to get married. It's too much stress, too much of a headache, being too responsible. I don't want that. Then you see somebody that's married and they'll say, oh, I love being married. I love my family. I love my husband. I love my wife. Then you see them a week or two later, they can't stand the children. They don't love the husband or the wife no more. They don't want to be bothered. You know, they don't want to be married no more. I think I made a mistake. And they go through all of these changes. And then when you see them again, they're kissing. They're loving up on one another. Like nothing never happened. Unstable. And when you're unstable like that, you cannot enjoy or receive the benefits of God. We must be stable in our faith. We must be stable in what we believe. If you believe that God is God and beside him there's none other, then you must hold to that. Be steadfast. Hold to that which you believe. You cannot be wayward-minded and walk this way of righteousness. You got to be strong and stable. I find out that when you are double-minded, it brings on the manifestation of compromising. In other words, you're easy to compromise when you are double-minded. And you'll find yourself rejecting the truth of God, knowing that God is God and God is right. The word of God is right and will stand forever. But then the next day, you don't want to be a part of God. You don't want to believe that God is. And especially when things don't go your way. Compromising, also with a double mind, brings unholy living. One day you're holy, the next day you don't want to be holy. One day you want to act like you're a part of the family, tomorrow you don't want to be part of the family. It's a bad place to be, or a bad predicament to be double-minded. And you'll find yourself compromising with man-made doctrine. You start leaving the word of God and start falling to man-made doctrines. You'll find yourself easy and adapting to false prophets. We have false prophets now in the land today. We have them in our church, and we have them here on social media. We have them across the radio and TV land. It's everywhere. We have false prophets that are prophesying. They'll lie to you today and have you believe them and give you money, give them money from your account. Double-minded people. You can't be double-minded. One day you for the prophet, and then the next day you for God. You can't be like that. And when you're double-minded, you're ministering without conviction. You can't convince nobody. You can't convince me that God is God today, and tomorrow You tell me God is not who he is, or who you say he is. You got to be stable. You have to be steadfast. You can't be one day I'm saved, tomorrow I'm not saved, next week I'll think about being saved. And then when things don't go your way, then you don't want to be saved. It's not good. And the list goes on. I could go on and on and on with it. With a double-minded man or double-minded person. Don't be double-minded. Be steadfast. Be unmovable. Always abounding in the work of the Lord. Be steadfast. If you're with God, stay with him. If you're not with him, you need to be with him. But then if you're not going to stay with him, then just leave him alone and just go on about your way. Do whatever you want to do. Whatever you think you're big enough to do. But if you're going to walk with God, walk with him. And don't walk with no other. Nobody but God. It is my prayer that we would remain on the path of righteousness like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, which bring forth fruit in her season. God bless you all everywhere. Don't be double-minded. And if you're hanging around double-minded folk, find yourself some new company. I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.